Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Innovating People with Vijayadwani. Well, in today's video, we are going to understand how to convert text into columns. So this is one of the feature which everyone looks for, that if you have a text which is not properly arranged, might be in an Excel or that might be present into some other source, let's say for notepad. So how to get that into Excel, how to convert it into columns, or if else we already have it in Excel, then how to directly convert the text into columns, rather a meaningful text into columns. So let's move ahead. But before I move ahead, I will like you and I would request you all to please subscribe to my channel. Just click the like button, hit the subscribe button so that I can give you more such meaningful videos to you, and all these videos should reach to you in a timely manner. Well, moving ahead. So before we do it practically, as usual, let's have a look at the slides. So what is a text to column feature in Excel? Now, here we can see that we have some text which is not arranged properly. We don't know exactly what is differentiating the text, what is differentiating the words among each other. We have the text in different columns, in different rows, right from row number 3 to row number 6. And we want to convert it into column. Okay, so that the price should reflect differently, the currency should reflect differently, the name of the item should reflect in a different, altogether in a different column. So how to do this? In order to do this, now what is this exactly? This is nothing but it is data. So if we want to do something with the data, we want to convert this text data into column. So where to go? Now here at the top, we have different menus: home, insert, page layout, formulas, data. Now, as this is a text data, we need to move to the data menu. So once we move to the data menu, now herein we can find different options. That is from where the data will come. The data might come from Access, the data might come from web, the data might come from text. Text means the notepad or the wordpad, or the data might come from some other sources, or even the data might be present in an Excel itself, just like in this case, the data is already present, but the data is presented in a raw form. It is not properly arranged. Nobody can understand that what it is all about. So how to do that? In that case, there are two ways to do it. Number one, we have the delimited option, and number two, we have the fixed width option. Now, what's the difference between these two options? When we choose the delimited option, the data follows a certain pattern. Now, the pattern in the sense, the pattern might be spaces, that for between every word there is a space, just like here in, if we see pick, then we have a space, then after delimited we have a space, after if we have a space. So these are spaces which are already being followed, and the data is following a particular pattern. There might be cases that the data is differentiating that by the means of commas. That might also be the case. So that is how, if we read these characters such as commas or tabs, separate each field. So that is called as delimited. In such a case, we will use the delimited option. And when do we use fixed width? In case of fixed width, we do it manually. That is, mechanically or manually, we by ourselves try to define that where the gap should be, where the space should be between the data. Now, the fixed width option is not that particularly, we use that particularly, more or less we use the delimited option, because that helps us to define the data and also to arrange the data properly. But we will see this, how to exactly do this through a practical example. So let's go to the practical example. Let's move to our sheet. Okay, so here is our sheet. Now here the data is present, already present in the form of a raw data, and we want to convert the text to columns, correct? Okay, so in such a case, what we can do, there are different options available. We are already into the data option. So if we want to convert this, it's important to understand we don't need to select the entire data over here. What mistakes people do is that they select the entire data and they try to convert the data into columns, but then the system will throw error. So how to sort this out? We just need to select the first column wherein the data is present. That's column B. So let's select only the text in the first column. that is from column B3 to column B6. We have selected that. We are already into the data menu. And now here is the option text to columns, correct? So we will go to that. Once we go there, we will find there are two options, delimited and fixed width. So let's use the delimited option. Click on next. Now here we can see the delimiters. There are different types of delimiters. The delimiters might be comma. The data might get separated by semicolon or by space. So we are taking space or tab as the option over here. Okay. And here is the data preview of our own data. So after item, item is being placed in a separate column when we use the delimited field. After this, the item name is being placed in a separate column. If we move ahead, price is placed in a separate column, amount is placed in a separate column, and currency is placed in a separate column. I think this should work for us. So let's move ahead, click on next, okay, and click on finish. Whoa, here it is. So we can see, let's increase the column width. Double click on just at the corner of the column, and this is how it is. That's what we need. We have the item name, we have the details of the item, we have the price, we have the amount, and we have the currency. So this is what the result is, and that is what we were actually looking for. So the delimited tool actually worked the delimited option. Now let's try it out whether this works even in the fixed width option. So I will do Control Z, we'll come back to the original data. This is how it was. Now we will again select this and go text to columns, go to fixed width option, next. Now herein we need to decide where the gap should come in or where the column should be created. So after item, we need a column. After item name, we need a column. So we will just click over here. See, we get a different column, but you can see in the last item, the entire item name is not coming in this column. It is going even in the next column. So this is how it becomes difficult sometimes in the fixed width option to really give text into the column piece. If I want to create another one, let me create the option column over here, after price and after amount. But this, if you can see, this is not actually reflecting the particular view what we needed. Let's try it out still. Go to next, go to finish, and you can see the data is not that well arranged into a column. It is still, a bit confusing as to how the data is. Let's try to correct it. So now this will require manual intervention. Okay. So if we can see in the second for this one, item is correct, Mediacom is correct, then item details, this is not correct. So herein extra words for column D are coming in column E. And the price amount, the word price, RICE letters are going into column F. And this is totally confusing. So the fixed width option doesn't work always. We need to understand which is suitable for us, and accordingly we need to apply it. Now this was the case wherein the text was already present in the Excel sheet. This is how the text was present. But now let's understand and go to a new sheet. If the data is present in the form of a text in some other document, let's say notepad. So how to get that data if it is present in notepad? So we will go data, go to text from text, and then let's say this is the file. We have it in our system, text to column. That might be any other file. I have just renamed it as text to column to understand it. So I just picked that data. The same data was present in that file. I choose the delimited option, go to next, finish. So now it is asking, where do I want to put the data? Do I want to put in the existing worksheet or into a new worksheet? If I want to put it in the new worksheet, I will just click this. If I want into the existing worksheet, I can click this and finally click OK. And you can see the data is now also imported from a document which was not already present in the Excel. It was present in the notepad. So we can get text to columns with the data already present in the Excel sheet. We can also get that if the data is not present in the Excel sheet, but is present in some other external source. It might be a notepad, it might be an Access document, it might be a web document, or any other document. I hope you like this video. If you like it, just click on the like button, share it with your friends, your colleagues, so that they can also get knowledge about Excel, and subscribe the channel to get more meaningful videos. Thank you very much.